Premier Racing Setups is the longest running setup shop on iRacing. Our monthly subscription options start as low as $20 a month. We offer setups for dirt oval, asphalt oval, and road racing, covering a wide range of cars and skill levels. Built and tested by top-tier sim racers, this isn't just a business, it's a community of competitive drivers. If you want to better your iRacing experience, head over to PremierRacingSetups.com today. And remember, if you don't get one, you're going to chase one.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Motorsports and racing cars is a big part of the heritage here at G-Stone Motors. Todd and I have been racing each other for years. I love the one-on-one competition. It comes bottom line, we're all behind each other and support each other with everything we do. I think that says a lot about our company's culture. I'm Vince Quinville, Service Manager at G-Stone Motors.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to Cedar Lake Speedway. Here tonight plays host to the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series. Tonight here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, it comes down to just two races. This race here tonight at Cedar Lake and 1 week from now at Volusia. 115 points separates the top two in the championship standings here for season number 8. James Dahl has held the points lead all season long, but Aiden Lewis has been chipping away at it here as of late. 1,090 points for Dahl, 975 for Lewis. That's what it's going to come down to. Those two drivers for a championship in just 2 races' time. 23 cars, though, here tonight at Cedar Lake is what we're looking at here at this 3/8 mile. A handful of heat races coming our way from Cedar Lake, and a lot of storylines coming in. Which driver is going to knock down the wall in turns 3 and 4? Which driver is going to take out... Oh, no, we already have that one in the pencil book. Peyton's going to take down the tires, so never mind. Tire King will reign strong there tonight. But that is going to be who will bust down turns 3 and 4 wall. We're all going to find out here together, race fans. Qualifying in the books, it looks like we will go with 23 cars here tonight. So 23 cars will be what we take out of qualifying. We're going to have 3 heat races here tonight. 3 heat races. This is how the first one will come to the starting grid. Starting grid for heat race number 1, going to look like this. Starting on the front row, driver car number 25, that'll be Ian Rumsey. Rumsey there in car 25. To the outside of him, the hot shoe, car number 55. That'll be Aiden Lewis. Back in P number 3, that'll be car number 51. That'll be Brandon Carroll. Carroll in car 51. Ian Elrod in car number 20 will roll from the 4th starting spot, while Scott Dobbs back into the 5th starting position. That's the number 75 of Dustin Burchett. He will start into the 6th spot, while Donnie Thibodeau in the 326 will roll from 7th. Scott Marique will start there in position number 8 here tonight. So that is the 8 drivers here in heat race number 1. So heat race number 1, 8 laps going to be the distance. Top 3 will lock in. Everybody else will have to go to a last chance qualifier here a little bit later on. Thanks for joining us here tonight, race fans. I know storms rolling through the whole Mid-Atlantic region right now, so if you hear a crack of thunder outside my window here, or me kind of jump for underneath my desk, you know why. But let's light the fire here. Green flag in the air, 8 laps in heat race number 1 as we are green. Great start by Rumsey. He'll lead the first lap. It'll be Rumsey, Lewis, Carroll across the line. Elrod and Dobbs kind of fighting it out, one to the wall there. That's Elrod in the green number 20 machine. So Elrod going to fall back out of the transfer spot. Remember, got to be in the top 3 here to get into the transfer. Rumsey up top, Lewis down around the bottom. Carroll kind of running that middle line right now, seeing which one works for him in car number 51. Dobbs in the white and black, number 29, currently sitting into the 4th spot, 1 spot out of the transfer. But it's Elrod, Marique, Burchett, Thibodeau back there at the tail of the field. Currently 5 laps to go, this time by at the line. Who has what here? Rumsey still out front, and you see him working that top side of the speedway. This 3/8 mile is going to be where most of these drivers go towards that feature time. Caution flag out there onto the speedway. Looks like a couple drivers possibly getting together. I believe the 29 of Dobbs and the 310, Scott, also involved. Take a look back here. Let's watch the number 29. He was running into the, at the time, the 4th spot. The wall just reached out and grabbed him. No, nowhere for Scott to go, and that busted up the right front suspension on the 310 also. So those caution lights going to slow the pace of the field, so we're bunching them all back up here. Remember, still is going to be the top 3 drivers that do make it into our A main feature event right out of these heat races tonight. So it's Rumsey, Lewis, Carroll, Elrod, Burchett, and Thibodeau. So 6 drivers still out there onto the speedway. We're giving some courtesy laps here to both the Scott machines back there. Should be ready to go this time, though. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. Great start by Rumsey. Lewis trying to make the bottom work on the restart. Not going to be able to get there. Rumsey will go back down low. He'll slam the door in 3 and 4. So Rumsey now with the race lead. Carroll is sitting there in 3rd. Elrod not able to really apply the pressure. Those top 3 have started to drive away. A white silk into the air one final time for Rumsey. Rumsey to the top of 1 and 2. Power down the back straightaway. So Rumsey will pick up another heat race win. It'll be Rumsey, Lewis, and Carroll all going on. So Rumsey walking away, leading wire to wire of that one. That'll lead us into the second heat race of the evening. Second heat race of the evening will line up like this. Car number 57, Micah Rayfield on the pole. To the outside of him, it'll be car number 53. That'll be Mike Dixon. Mike Dixon in 53, starting P2. James Dahl, your points championship leader, to the inside of row number 2, and car number 90, starting 3rd. Maybe Jeffrey Hyatt there in car number 66, back into the 4th spot. Joseph Grandy, he's here tonight in the 518. He'll start 5th. Then it'll be Tyler Picky in the 07. It'll be Drake Baxter and then Chris Thibodeau rounding out the field here. That's how we're coming to green. Second heat race, another 8 drivers, another 3 drivers to qualify here, another 8 laps the distance. Taking a look through this one here. Got a lot of good drivers in this one. A couple of them coming from the back with Baxter. Grandy coming from the mid-pack. Championship hopeful Dahl is in the mix here on this one. Rayfield and Dixon. So, a bunch of them could take this one. Ready to go. Pace truck off the racing surface. Let's come back to racing. Rayfield straight to the top of the track. Rayfield trying to run away from Dixon, Dahl, Hyatt, Bickey. Rayfield taking lap number 1 here, and look, one of them up into the wall. Who was that? That was Joseph Grandy. Grandy in the number 518 up into the outside retaining wall. The west end, number 518. They're able to gather it back up, but put him, Thibodeau, and Baxter back behind the 8 ball just a little bit. Rayfield still out front. Rayfield, Dixon, and Dahl. Dahl was down on the bottom of the speed chart through the hot lap session a little bit earlier on here tonight, and now he's just trying to hang on to a qualifying spot. He's got Hyatt and Bickey right behind him. Hyatt trying to go down low in that number 2. He's found something down there, was able to close a little bit of the ground, but not quite able to get underneath. See what he can do down in 1 and 2 this time. He'll throw it back to the bottom. Dahl goes top side. They're going to pull even down the back straightaway. Can Dahl slam the door? He will not be able to, but he makes the top side of the speedway work here. Here comes the 07 of Bickey. Bickey trying to work his way into this. The popsicle sticks were up that high at the line, so we're coming to get the white silk. This time it is all Rayfield out front. So Micah Rayfield looking like he'll take another heat race. At the line, it'll go Rayfield, Dixon, Dahl transferring in. And I think our camera's, well, killing action out there. Everybody else going to have to go to a last chance qualifier. That one got me a little bit. Final heat race of the evening. We're going to roll them off right like this. Dylan Coyle will snag the pole here in the car number 81. To the outside of him, it's the 118 of Zach Hicks. Clifford Durskell there in car 63 will start in 3rd. Robert Callies is back here tonight behind the wheel of car number 21. He'll go from 4th. Brandon Schatz in car number 24 will go from 5th. Then it'll be the Bradshaw entry. That'll be Cole Bradshaw in car number 19. And, well, the Tire King, they're going to start him at the back because they know he's going to hit a tire. It'll be Peyton Anderson starting dead last, heat race number 3 with 8 laps the distance. That's your starting lineup for the 3rd heat race here this evening. As they roll away, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by the Outlaw Dirt Series. Season number 8 here starting to wind down as we have this race here tonight at Cedar Lake. And then 1 week from now, we head to sunny Florida. It'll be Volusia to wrap things up next week. 115 points separating the top 2 in the points championship standings. We talked about that. We'll continue to watch that battle between James Dahl and Aiden Lewis. Both drivers able to lock themselves in through the respective heat races here tonight. Lewis finishing 2nd in his, and Dahl finishing 3rd in his respectively own heat race. This one, who can we lock in out of this one? Another 7 drivers, another 8 laps, another 3 to lock themselves in. iRacing.com Silverado Pace Truck will scurry off the now sunny speedway as Coyle says, let's put the power down. Durskell down to the bottom with shots also. Everybody else going top shelf hunting here. Oh, one up into the wall there. That was Callie's. Callie's going to go for a transfer spot, and now just trying to work his way back in. Little rubbing back there. Bradshaw and Callie's rubbing elbows. Shots down to the bottom, trying to get around Durskell. The House of Speed, number 63. Durskell right now is the final driver in on the transfer spot. There it is. Shots trying to go to the bottom. He has read the book of you got to go where they ain't. And a little rubbing down the transfer spot. Durskell going to drive it down into the corner right on the door of the number 34 of Shots. Can he get him back? He'll go to the inside right up against the tires. Not going to be able to do it that time, but it is Coyle, Hicks, and Shots. Your top three drivers. Durskell now being able to get to the quarter panel. Trying to rough him up, trying to get him loose, trying to make him make a little mistake. 3 laps to go, and they're 3 wide towards the tail of the field also, but we're going to keep it right here on the transfer spot. Durskell with a slider across the nose of Shots. Shots going to cross him back over. Here comes Shot. The Shots go to the top side. He will. Slider from the 34. Durskell with the crossover. He'll cross him over, and now the House of Speed, number 63, looks like he's in a good spot as the white silk is in the air. It'll be the final trip around the speedway here. What does Shots do? He'll go to the bottom side through 1 and 2, pull even, a little contact. Down to the bottom goes Durskell. He'll close it off. A little more contact, rubbing, racing, drag, race. Oh, boy. At the line, timing and scoring is going to tell me it was Shots, but it is Coyle who picks up the win. So Dylan Coyle is going to pick up the win there. Great run to the finish, though. I believe it's going to be Coyle, Hicks, and Shots with Durskell, Callie, Bradshaw, and Anderson all having to go to the last chance qualifier. Huh. Hold your breath, race fans. So 9 drivers locked in, race fans. This is your starting lineup for the last chance qualifier. Last chance qualifier going to look like this. Elrod on the pole. Hyatt to the outside with Durskell in third. Burchett in the number 75 going to roll from fourth with Bickey in the 07 starting in fifth. Callie's will start in sixth, and then it'll be Thibodeau in the 7th spot with Grandy starting in 8th. Bradshaw back in 9th. Marquis there in the 10th starting spot. Thibodeau in the 11th. Anderson back in 12th. And I think we have one more row, and we do. It'll be Dobbs and Baxter. All drivers do make the call here. So we're going with the full field. That means 3, 6, 9. I'll let you figure out the rest of that, race fans, if you know the song. We're going to take 9. Top 9 drivers. So 9 locked in and 9 more to join. That means 5 are going home, race fans. I did that on one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can believe my Pennsylvania education finally came through. If you're from Pennsylvania, race fans, I'm sorry for you. Sorry, we're sitting here making fun of ourselves. So this time, though, we're going to go 12 laps with those 9 drivers to qualify. It looks like Durskell had to drop to the tail of the field, was assessed a penalty at the end of his heat race. Here we go. Put 9 on the board. Let's chase him. Elrod with a great start. Everybody else. Look at the 3 wide battle back here. That is Callie, Bradshaw, Thibodeau, Grandy right there also. Anderson right there. I'm not sure if he knows the tires are down low or not. Yep, he's down there near him. 3 wide, 4 wide racing. Right at the transfer spot. 4 wide and some contact back there. Anderson, one of them up into the wall. Yellow lights are on. Bradshaw sitting sideways on the back straightaway. Looks like the right front tire is pointed in the wrong direction. This is what all went down. They were 3 wide, 4 wide. Oh, looks like that car went straight. And maybe a slight contact from the Dobbs entry. Riding on board with Dobbs. Yeah, you see Bradshaw already headed to the wall. So a tough break for Cole Bradshaw. So we're doubling back up. I do believe Bradshaw will be able to get back out onto the speedway. Remember, all drivers do have a quick repair here tonight if they were to need them. Well, Anderson out there, he sent a photo in going, where are the tires at? Well, son, you got to keep all four underneath you and keep those ones of the infield in the infield. Elrod still the leader here. Should be getting the one to go this time. Lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck, so he'll head to the safety of pit road. And we'll get this one back underway. 3 laps officially in the books here. Pace truck gonna hammer down, and the race car's hammer down with him. Elrod will beat the pace truck to the first corner. Uh-oh, one of them into the wall back there, I believe that was Dobbs. We go yellow lights on. Yellow lights on, as that is the number 29 of Dobbs. Didn't see it, but we will watch. Oh, Dobbs was up into the wall, bounced off it. We'll watch it again. Dobbs bounced her off the wall, made a little contact, and then right front nose, right into her. Oh man, you found a fine time to leave me, Wheel. Don't worry, race fans, I write all my jokes. Trust me, I do. My kids find them hilarious. Elrod's still the race leader. Hyatt, Bickey, Burchett, Callies, Grandy, Thibodeau, and Merrick are the drivers in the transfer spot as we run. Anderson, Baxter, Bradshaw, Driscoll, and Dobbs are not in a good spot as we sit. Green flag back into the air. Here we go. Riding on board with Elrod, who is the leader. Look at that battle for second heat up. Hyatt to the outside. Mickey trying to get there, but he is in a transfer spot right now. Let's take a look at the transfer spot. Because right there it is. Anderson off the bottom of the speedway trying to see if he can get himself into a transfer spot. Sometimes you got to go up high. He's not comfortable up there. You see it. But you got to go. You got to get there. Thibodeau now on the bottom side of the speedway. He is the final car that is in. So the 44 that is tiptoeing down around the bottom. 3 wide at the transfer. 3 wide with 5 laps to go for the transfer. He'll get Anderson. He'll thread the needle. He'll try to get 1 Thibodeau, 2 Thibodeau, and right across the nose he goes. Right now, Anderson is in. Donnie Thibodeau is out. Anderson in. Chris Thibodeau trying to hold off the 43. Out front, still Elrod and Jeffrey Hyatt. 1 into the wall. That is Scotty. Trying to hold on. The battle at the transfer with just 2 laps to go. Trying to keep it locked right here. Now Anderson is in. Donnie Thibodeau is out. White flag is up. It'll be the final triple round here tonight. Can Anderson make the big dance here tonight? Maybe hit a tire on the infield later on. Everybody down to the bottom side. We missed it at the line. Bicky will pull off the win. It'll be Bicky, Elrod Hyatt, Callies, Grandy, Burchett, Marique, Thibodeau, and Anderson as we were watching that transfer. But hey, we got it in. 18 cars into the feature. We know who they are now. We'll turn the lights on. We'll get the stars out there onto the racetrack, race fans, in just a couple of moments. The feature coming up right after this.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Here's to our country markets, to the moms and the pops, to the 3 generations strong, to the lifeblood of our communities, for prepping our meals and lending a hand through the good times and challenging times.
I'll be there when you need me. You can count on it every time.
Thank you for always being there for us. Your friends at G-Stone Motors.
Everybody has some kind of a hobby, and seems that mine was collecting stuff. I've got to the point where I've had to get rid of some of this, and G-Stone Motors, they didn't take anything in trade. I'd trade my Caterpillar D4D bulldozer for a pickup. I think it's great service for people to trade in something. The G-Stone Motors team is a great group of people that I would recommend to anybody.
G-Stone Motors, your family Ford dealership, Route 7 South, Middlebury, Vermont.
Welcome back here to Cedar Lake Raceway. It's getting ready, geared up for that feature coming at us. here in just a couple of moments. 18 drivers are locked in. 23 cars tried to make the field here tonight, so that no Dawson Tracing. 5 cars going home. Little bit of discrepancy going out of that last heat race into that last chance qualifier. We'll get that detailed out for you as we go through the evening. But it is time to set the field for that starting lineup here tonight. This is how we're coming to the green flag. Starting on the front row here tonight, driver of car number 25, that will be Rumsey. That's Ian Rumsey in car number 25. To the outside of him, Micah Rayfield, car number 57. And back in row number 2, Dylan Coyle, car number 81, will go from third. Second in the points championship standings here tonight, car number 55, that'll be Aiden Lewis. He'll start from P number 4. Back into the 5th starting spot here tonight. Car number 53, that'll be Mike Dixon. Dixon in car number 53. Zach Hicks in the 187 will roll from the 4th spot, while Brandon Carroll, car number 51, will roll from 7th. James Dahl, he's your points championship leader coming in. In car number 90, he'll start into the 8th spot. 9th will be the number 34. That'll be Brandon Schatz in car number 34, rolling from 9th. Bicky, that is Tyler Bickford. In car 07, he'll start into the 10th spot, while Ian Elron, car number 20, will roll from the 11th spot. 12th here tonight, Jeffrey Hyatt in car number 66 will start 12th. 13th will be the number 21 of Robert Callies. Callies starting 13th. Joseph Grandy in car number 518 will go from 14th. 15th then will be the number 75 of Dustin Burchett. Burchett in the 15th starting spot. Scott Merrick there in car number 310 will start in 16th, while Chris Thibodeau in car number 44 will roll 17th. Final starting spot, they know he'll hit a tire here tonight. Car number 43, Peyton Anderson. Anderson starting shotgun to the field here tonight. That's your starting lineup. 18 stars, cars, 18 stars onto the speedway. Geared up, ready to go. Bullring Racing here tonight at Cedar Lake. Race fans, thanks for joining us. The green flag is in the air here tonight at Cedar Lake for the Outlaw Pro Late Models. Three wide coming to complete lap number 1. It'll be Rumsey, Rayfield, Coyle, Lewis, Dixon, Hicks, Carroll, Dahl, Schatz, and Hyatt as they all come through lap number 1. Great opening lap here for these drivers. They were 3 wide. Go on board with Coyle. He's trying to take it up the inside on Rayfield. Just not able to get there. Hear him have to play with the throttle on that number 81 machine. He slides himself into 3rd right now with the 51 factory speed entry. Yellow lights are on. The 43A of Peyton Anderson headed to the hot pits. Looks like Elrod also coming to the hot pits. What happened? Elrod in the green and black number 20. You see, green and gray, sorry. Oh, Callie's got into the number 20 and nowhere for Anderson to go. Right on board with Peyton Anderson, far away from the tires to the infield. Yay! Nowhere for Anderson to go. One final time. See if we missed anything. I don't think we did. Maybe a little contact from Callie's, but nothing crazy that stands out there. Anderson and Elrond both going to a provisional backup car very early here tonight at Cedar Lake for that one. So we'll see how that plays out for them, if that affects them towards the end of this one. Green flag back up, though. Here we go. Elrod to the bottom. He'll be able to sneak his way to the top side, but will be 3 wide, now 2 wide for the race lead. Rayfield, he'll slide down to 3 and 4. New race leader at the line. Micah Rayfield now leading the way over Coyle, and Rumsey back to 3rd. Rumsey on the top side of the speedway as Coyle's down low in the 81 entry. Lewis is just behind them. Dixon, Hicks, Carroll, Schatz, and Dahl is how they're rounding out. As we stay right here, still plenty of good racing through the field. Wish we had an absolutely GoPro lens here and zoom it out for your race fans, because they're 3 wide back here. Oh, one into the wall! And now, oh boy, parking lot. Yard sale, parking lot, how do you want to say it? That started, I believe, with Zach Hicks. One down to the inside there. That is the number 44 of Chris Thibodeau. Let's take a look here. I believe the 53. Got together, got stuck. Anderson involved. I believe I also saw the 90 involved in this too. Let's look for James Dahl. Now look at everybody, just nowhere to go. Everybody was hammered down on that restart. So a whole bunch involved in that one. And I want to take a look here if we can get the camera guy to pan to the 43 of Anderson. Anderson, okay, yeah, he is back out there with a fresh car. He was involved in that. Just taking a look through the field. All right, yep. 2 fast repairs is what we have here. So that's how Anderson had the fresh car. That's what I was thinking. And that's what I got for us. It'll be Rayfield and Rumsey, Coyle and Lewis, Carroll and Hyatt, Bickey, Grandy, Burchett, the top 10. See if we can get this one rolling around. All drivers are back out onto the Speedway, race fans, so nobody has pulled it in for the evening. Just a handful of laps in the books here. Just checking them over one final time before we turn these rocket ships loose. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July out there. If you were out celebrating, we hope you were responsible. We hope you have all 10 fingers and toes. And if you know anybody whose name was Terry, we hope they put it in reverse. Again, I write my own jokes. A little discrepancy towards the back of the field of who's going to start dead last on the field. But we're going to send them anyway. Here we go. Back to Green Flag Racing. Great 3-wide battle turns into just 2x2 down the back straightaway. It is still Rayfield out front with Rumsey. Then it's Coyle and Carroll who are locked in the battle. Coyle, Carroll, and Lewis. Lewis is right there. Hyatt, Bickey, Grandy. I mean, you just call it. They're all back there. Caution. Lights on the racetrack. The B5 of Robert Callies will pull it to the infield. Looks like the front end suspension on that one has crumbled. Callies at the mid-pack here. Oh, him and the number 34 of Shots. And then just nowhere for Mike Dixon to go. Gets wrapped up in this one. A night for Dixon. Here, I got to ride on board with Dixon. Where were you going to go? Car flies up in front of you. So a rough start here tonight at Cedar Lake. Under the 3rd caution flag in the opening 9 laps. Every time we think it's about to get good, race fans, we just got to slow it down. It's too much excitement off the start. Put him back 2x2 as it looks like Callies will call it an evening. He will not rejoin tonight's race. Ready to go. Rayfield with a good start, but Rumsey is right there. Coyle is right there also, and here comes the 55 of Lewis. Lewis has been slowly but surely working his way in the opening 10 laps. We're going back here. That is Elrod trying to come back through the field. Elrod and Hicks and Dahl, they're all right here. They were 3 wide, and now how about this? Carroll and Bickey and Hyatt, they were 3 wide. Riding on board with Carroll, looking to know where to go. Lewis down low will try to shoot the gap and just runs it right through the slick. Caution lights are on for the 4th time here tonight. Looks like this time the number 66 of Jeffrey Hyatt having some problems. We were riding right there on board, and we didn't get to see, the dreaded wall. Self-yeet up and out of the ballpark. That baby is out of here. So unfortunate for Jeffrey Hyatt. He'll take that virtual tow to the hot pits tonight. Shots also down to the hot pits here in car number 34. So it is Rayfield and Rumsey. Those 2 drivers have been your race leaders here tonight. Lewis is sitting right there with Coyle in 3rd and 4th. And then it's Carroll, Bickey, Grandy, Marique, Hicks, and Burchett. Looking at it right now, Joseph Grandy is your biggest mover. Brandon Schatz is the biggest. Well, I hate to say the word loser because he's just lost that many positions. Looks like Schatz is able to rejoin the racing surface as we're getting ready to double them back up 2x2 for your race fans here on a Sunday night. Here with the Outlaw Pro Late Model Series presented by Outlaw Dirt Series. This is the 8th season of dirt competition. Wrapping this one up. Your 2 championship hopefuls, where are they running? Well, right there is the number 55 of Aiden Lewis. He is running 4th currently on the speedway. James Dahl was wrapped up in a wreck. He's back running in the 14th spot. Getting ready to go green flag racing, so Dahl trying to pick up some spots here. Rayfield just looking to try and run away and hide from the field. Green flag back in the air. Here we go. Out of shape for Rumsey on that restart. That'll force him 3 wide down the back straightaway. Rumsey to the outside. Coyle was in the middle. And Carroll was on the bottom. Now they're going 3 wide. This time Lewis on the bottom. Carroll in the middle with Rumsey up top. Zooming out a little bit, cameraman. Let's show some of the racing action with just 25 laps to go. It's Rayfield, Coyle, Lewis, the top 3. 3 wide back here, right around the Hicks and Grandy and Dixon. Dixon working his way back through the field. Caution lights are on. It looks like 2 drivers battling for 99th position. One of them trying to get to the pit road there. I believe Dustin Burchett, maybe, and Schatz. Maybe this is a better angle, race fans. I think the Russian judge might have gave that a 4.4 on the landing scale. So the fifth caution flag of the evening. Just taking a look. Callie's is the only one right now officially that has been retired from the event. Joseph Grandy looks like his crew will load up car 518. Timing and scoring got jumbled because of where that yellow came out, so they're just really trying to double check this one. Scott Dixon. Mike Dixon has made a good recovery here. He's back into the top 10 after being wrapped up in 2 of the early caution flags here. So back into the top 10. James Dahl just outside the top 10, trying to get back in. Ready to go. Here we go. Oh, Lewis into Rayfield as they tried to throw the slider and keep his foot in it. That was for the race lead. Still got 22 laps with Rayfield, Lewis, Rumsey. Looks like Mike Dixon having some problems. He was off the racing surface, so we stay green flag racing. Zach Hicks battling it right now with the number 20 of Elrod. Three wide because Bicky down on the bottom side. The car just does not seem to look like it's going that fast down low. Bicky has picked up 4 spots. Take a look out front. Rayfield has checked out by a second already in just the 6 laps that we've been back racing. So it's Rayfield, Lewis, and Rumsey. Peyton Anderson looking like he's trying to go back down to the bottom side of the speedway. Finds himself up 9 spots here tonight. The second biggest mover of tonight's feature event so far. Still 15 laps to go. Plenty of time. As here comes that 44 of Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau working the outside. A little sparks off the right rear. Caution lights. Uh-oh. Something happened to the 5 of Ian Rumsey. Rumsey was up inside the top 5. Let's watch Rumsey. Him and Coyle make some contacts. Oh, man. 360. No kick flip. Watch it again. There you see Coyle come by. Just a small slap. Just nowhere to go. Second caution flag of the evening has been displayed here, slowing us a little bit tonight. See a little wrinkle on the Micah Rayfield entry, that right rear. Him and Lewis were doing a little bit of Rubbins racing. Lights are out, so we're coming back this time to the Rayfield Lewis. Carroll, the top three. Marique is right there also. Hicks and Bicky. Green flag back into the air once again. Let's see if we can get it home. Three wide back there around the 8th, 9th, 10th positions. That is Thibodeau. Elrod, and hold on. 3 wide wasn't good enough. Let's go 4 wide and put Anderson in the middle with Elrod. Caution lights are on. At first I thought it was the thunder rumble in the house, but it's actually the caution lights. Wow, Jeffrey Hyatt going around. Watch it again. This was that 4 wide. We were watching the 4 wide just in front. Looks like Joseph Grandy, Mike Dixon, and Robert Callies, along with Dustin Burchett, have called it an evening here from Cedar Lake. It's been a little bit of a rough one here this evening at this 3/8 mile. Rayfield's been down low trying to cool the tires off just a little bit. So what do you think, race fans? Who is left